Yo, what's up dudes, my name is DG, and welcome back to the Minecraft Beta world. We're back at it again, once again, in Better Than Adventure. Now, last time we built, and I don't know if I can see, it's in the distance there. There we go, look at that, look at that, look at that, nice, nice. Got ourselves some cherry trees growing, nice cabin. Now you may have noticed, wow, you sound a lot better than you usually do. What's up with that? Well, you see, it turns out microphone stands can work wonders for audio. So earlier, what I was doing is I would literally have my Blue Yeti on its built-in stand just sitting on my desk about like maybe 2.5 feet away from me. So the microphone's just sitting there, right? And it's like, I can hear you, but not quite well. Could you get a little closer? But of course I couldn't, because on the other side of my desk. But it turns out when you buy a microphone stand, put it on the stand, and get it nearer to you, suddenly your audio sounds better. But anyway, this is the first episode that I've recorded since I finished the batch episode recordings, which was the first 12 episodes. So congratulations, you can now tell me things and I can react to them in real time. Great. But I do absolutely, I gotta take a moment here, okay? We need to go inside. This is serious. We need to have a chat, okay? Because there is something wrong with you guys, okay? I don't know how to say this. I don't know how else to say this. But you guys have been watching these videos like you have an addiction, okay? I don't know what it is. Alright, this series is just, it's done unbelievably well on the channel compared to other series I've done. Maybe that has something to do with me actually recording it and making more than 4 episodes. Maybe that might have something to do with it. But either way, your guys' support has been absolutely incredible. I do appreciate it. Now, enough of that sappy stuff, okay, because we got work to do, okay? We got things to do in today's episode. So, I finally get to say it. I gotta say it. So, I need some mining off camera. Yeah, we got a few things in here, and we got a bunch of iron as well. Now, I'm gonna be honest, okay? Remember earlier I was like, okay, 2 furnaces, Sam and Billy Bob, okay? They get along very well, they smelt my things, but we actually have iron in here already, okay? But I don't think these 2 can handle all of that. So I'm going to probably, most likely, maybe, perhaps need to make a few more furnaces, but that'll come later, I guess. But as you can see here, I got well over 3 stacks of diamonds, a bunch of lapis, more redstone than I could use in a lifetime, enough coal to single-handedly fuel an industrial revolution, a bunch of gold, and a little bit of iron. So a couple of things, and if you want to see, let me show you the mines down here. It only takes me 5 years to get down here every single time. Only 5 years. Absolutely no time at all. And we finally reached the bottom. Yeah, as you can see, each of these goes about that far in either direction. Okay, I'm gonna act like I didn't see that. They go about that far in either direction, all the way down. So, like I said, I did some mining off camera. And we're finally out of there. Okay, so where is? Yeah, I got a few blocks. Where is where is it? Where'd it go? I know I didn't lose them. Where are they? Where? What? No, that's coal. Where? There we go. Okay, I have 30 obsidian. So, here's the thing. Mining taught me something. Diamond pickaxes with no enchantments actually break really, really quickly. You would think, oh no, these are diamond tools, they gotta last forever, right? No. Matter of fact, let me peruse the statistics real quick. Let's see here. Yeah. That's the amount of them that I've broken. That's the amount of blocks I've mined with them. Little bit of mining off camera, just a bit. But anyway, other than that, we need to go to the Nether, because we need to get to the Nether to get Nether coal, so that we can then make a blast furnace to smelt iron into steel to make steel tools. Now, steel tools, like I said earlier with this shovel here, are basically the good tools in this pack. You want them because they're going to last a lot longer, and I'm gonna be honest with you, I'm a lot more eager to use this supply of resources than this, because these were very, very painful to get my hands on. So, with that being said, let us go and find a way to the Nether. No, that's not right. That's not what it's called. It's not a fire striker. It's a flint in steel. Alright, so I'm thinking in order to build this portal, we need to go kind of off the beaten trail here, okay? I imagine lore-wise, okay, when you're finding something like a nether portal, you usually aren't in the middle of society. You kind of go out of your way to go to some random abandoned place in the woods, and suddenly you stumble across, I don't know, some ruins or something, and you put your flint and steel into this thing. For some reason, I don't know why you have flint and steel. You're just a pyromaniac. You light it on fire, and suddenly it spawns this purple portal that takes you straight to Hades. This game's really, really weird. I never gave this that much thought, but this is quite odd. But aside from it being quite odd, I'm thinking we build the nether portal, I want to say somewhere near like a cliff face here, kind of like where I'm walking towards. I had this area in mind in my head, and it does seem like it would work. You just have it buried in, like I said, some ruins. Like we could have ruins coming out from here and outward. In the middle is like a nether portal. Yeah, yes. That is the plan that we have for today. So I'm going to go and grab some building blocks. It's been like weeks since I was in the world, so I haven't built in a bit. I'm ready to build. Okay, so we're back at the base, and I'm trying to figure out here kind of how I want to do this, because this is a bit of an ordeal. You don't just kind of immediately start building a giant ruins. You have to kind of plan things a bit. It's not pine trees. It's not a pine tree. So now that we have the resources that we need to make this happen, I'm thinking we get straight to work here, getting some leaves and just building. Let's go. So, in today's time-lapse chat, I want to talk about why it is that I'm playing an older version of Minecraft as opposed to a newer version of Minecraft. So, overall, I think that I could just say that beta is generally better for survival, whereas modern Minecraft is better for creative. This is because of the block variety that you have in modern versions, as well as creative building tools such as World Edit or other such things that make building much easier in the newer versions. However, I will say when it comes to survival, modern versions, they just feel more frustrating and less fulfilling. This is because of things like, you know, farms, right? Like, the amount of stress and effort you'll put into making a farm just so you can play more Minecraft, you play less Minecraft. It's kind of almost a self-defeating thing. Not only that, but things like villagers are just a pain to deal with, and even though you don't have to play this way, you almost feel incentivized to play this way because that is how modern survival pushes its own limits. It's also, at the same time, easier to do things that matter. Travel, which is one of the hardest things to do in the older versions because you'd have to plan so much. You would have to make sure that you know where you're going and know the way back, whereas now you can just fly within elytra, which eliminates the threat of both monsters and night and any sort of threat of getting lost because you can travel so far so quickly. Not only this, but the mending enchantment has made it so that your tools will never break. You'll never have to worry about replacing them. They'll just always be there, and you just need to go and get some experience and it'll repair it for you. Many of the newer features in the game have made older features in the game almost obsolete. Nobody really needs horses or even minecarts anymore because elytra is so much more effective. Whereas used to be, minecarts was the greatest way to get between places you traveled frequently because it was much faster than your character could ever go. In older versions of the game, like the beta versions, some of the survival mechanics are just generally better. So for example, armor not only loses protectiveness as it loses durability, but you can't easily repair it. You have to just replace the whole thing. This means that engaging with creatures is a lot more risky than it is in the newer versions of the game. Food may be rare, but it heals your health directly as opposed to just being something you need to always keep with you and keep up. Everybody has the golden carrot farm with the villagers, and they just constantly carry them around. It's just an annoyance at that point. It's not an actual aspect of survival. Overall, I would just say that the limitations of beta make for a generally better survival experience, whereas the freedom of modern versions is much better for creative building. But anyway, thanks for listening to my TED Talk. Back to me. Okay, and we are back. So, what I made here was some fairly simple ruins. They're not terribly large, but they're large enough where they paint a picture. It's very overgrown, almost too overgrown in my opinion. I kind of feel like I overdid it a tad bit with all the leaves and whatnot, but I think it kind of gets the picture across here. Basically, this is just a place that you're not really supposed to find. You know, you just, like I said, you don't know what you're doing here. You're in the middle of nowhere, and you find it. And the person who found it decided even to set up a small camp here where they could continue to come back and look into it more and more. So, yeah, that's fine. But, yeah, I like it. This is the first time I've tried to do, like, a pathway that kind of just disappears as you go along here. Kind of like this pathway isn't a proper pathway that's maintained, just the person has come here so many times that they've tread this pathway down. But overall, I do really like how this turned out. So I'm going to quickly go home and put away some of this stuff, and then it's time to Nether. Now that I put my stuff away, I think it's time that we gotta retire the leather armor. It served us well, done well for 12 episodes, but I would like to survive the Nether. I would like to come home alive. So, I'm going to take it off, and we're going to replace it with some nice iron armor. Helmet, chest plate, leggings, and boots. And there we go. So now we have a bit more of an equal distribution of damage protection here. Now there's one more thing I would like to show you guys. So before, when I was trying to place a painting, I kept placing it and was like, I get this salad. Wow, I want to get something other than the salad. And so a very nice commenter told me that apparently I need to hold it in the air and then I scroll and I can just pick any painting that I want. Now, this is very, very nice. The only thing is, why is it like this? Why? I mean, I guess the system works. I mean, it's just, there was no way to learn this. I mean, it's literally like old Minecraft. If you didn't know, you didn't know. We need to go and light the portal. Okay, and we're back at the portal here, the ruins. Now, oh yes, it's Nether time. Okay, and here we are. Really would appreciate it if you would be quiet. So we are in, wow, this is an old Nether, if I've ever seen one. Wow. It's it's been ages since I've seen the Nether look like this. So I mean, the old Netherrack texture, this is old school Minecraft right here. Oh, by the way, I just noticed this. So, or I didn't just notice this, but I learned this. Apparently, this is just the cobblestone texture, but made bloody. So, that's comforting. But we're going to need a couple of things from here. I do actually want to grab some of the netherrack. I don't know if I'll ever be using nether brick for anything, but it is nice to just have the resource at your hands. Just in case if... At your hands? No, that's not the saying. At your fingertips. Not at your hands. Hello? I hear a cat. Anyway, as I was saying... I don't see it. I don't see it, but I think it's fine. But I do actually need some of this stuff for making infinite fire sources and just generally using it for things. So I'm going to grab a bit of the netherrack here. I would say 2 stacks is fine. And I also want to grab a bit of the glowstone while I'm here as well. Now this is satisfying. I don't know if they always used to break instantly, but nowadays they do not break instantly. So this is satisfying. Okay, and with that we have some glowstone dust now. Now this is what we actually came for. This is nether coal, and we need this in order to make steel and everything else that's useful. I must say, I do like the texture of nether coal. It's one of the most active looking textures in all of this version of Minecraft, and it's very nice. Oh, hi, there you are. Wow, that is a lot louder. Can I still... I can still whack them back. Okay. Nice. Ow, wow, that hurt. Get back. That's what you get. I'm assuming that gas don't drop anything, though that is a bold assumption on my part. Yeah, I don't think they do, but more coal is always appreciated. There's no quartz in this version of Minecraft because that's how old this version of the game is. They don't even have quartz yet. But I do think there are similar enough blocks to quartz where I will not be missing it, especially if I don't have to ever come back here. Are there cave noises in the Nether? Really? Okay, I'm hearing a lot of ghasts, and I would say we got more than enough of what we came for, so I'm gonna get out of here before I get absolutely murdered. We are back. Oof, and in the dead of night too. Gotta sleep. Ow. Ow. Okay, I see. Can't sleep in peace. No peace for me. Well, other than being rudely woken up from my nap, I would say that was a fairly successful trip. We got most of what we needed to get that I set out for in the first place, and now we can go and begin making blast furnaces. I'm going to put away most of what we got because it's not useful to us right now, but it will be. But this nether coal here, this is what we need. There we go. That is a blast furnace. I'm going to go ahead and make 2 blast furnaces. And then I'm going to grab all of the nether coal, because not only do you use it to make them, it is the fuel source you use to fuel them. Kind of grown a bit attached to this area down here, having mined a couple of things from it. So what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to kind of keep it almost as like this hollowed out area where I can put all of my furnaces. So with all these furnaces, I'm thinking 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I'm thinking we make this entire wall here filled with a bunch of furnaces. And then over here, I'm thinking we put the 2 blast furnaces, and we'll say these are the 2 original furnaces, the OG furnaces. And now, if I supply them with some coal, and we're going to go ahead and supply all of these with coal. Like that. Now we need to take some iron here and start smelting. Now this will take a bit of time. It's actually a faster process than a regular furnace, but still, this will take some time. But this crude steel here is what we use to make steel ingots. Now that is a sight that I like to see. So I'm waiting here for these to smelt. What I'm doing here is I'm going to go ahead and smelt up all the iron that we got. The crazy thing is, even with all those furnaces working, there is still this much more iron left and all this gold left, so I will be smelting for quite a while. But now that we have enough crude steel to really demonstrate what I'm talking about here, let me show you. So you come to the crafting table here, and boom, 14 steel ingots. So I'm going to go ahead and, just because I can here, I want to replace all of my tools here. So we're going to make a nice sword, a pickaxe, and we're even going to make a steel axe. And we're going to retire these 3 tools alongside the leather armor here as relics of a bygone era. So we're looking quite different than we did when we started this episode. I know I only waited to episode 13 to go and make all this great progress. You know, that's just how I roll. It's just how I do things. Some people would say, hey, you know, episode 1, set yourself up for everything you need for the rest of the series. Once you're on the baker's dozenth episode, that's when you go ahead and do it. Oh, well, hello there. This place is looking a lot nicer. I mean, I don't know if it's just because I haven't seen it in a while, because I haven't recorded the video in a while, but genuinely, look at this place. I mean, it's just, it feels alive. It feels truly alive. Oh, and in case you're wondering, no, I have not forgotten about the town that we need to make. It's just, that will be something we do later. Probably going to be doing that. Maybe actually next episode. We might start on that project in the next episode. No promises though, because that is a long-term project. I even had an interesting idea of building a mansion in the woods out there before we build the town. Kind of like officially building myself an actual home and residence, and not, you know, being forced to live here in the mines. But overall, I would say this has been a great first episode back after a very long break from the world itself. But hopefully you guys enjoyed this video, and if you did, you know what to do. Make sure to blow up the like button. Don't worry, I'm going to ignore the cow this time, and I'll see you guys in the next episode. Goodbye.